Hello, Knights fans. We're back with another edition of the FDU Men's Basketball Report. I'm joined here by Coach Greg Herenda. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing well, Brian. Thank you.
Great. So the Knights are coming off a 96-48 victory over FDU Fordham in last night's home opener. Coach, just walk me through last night's game. How important is it not only to get that first victory on your home floor, but also to win in such convincing fashion?
Yeah, I think we did what we set out to do, and I think holding any college basketball team to 48 points means that you've paid attention to your defensive detail, and that's what we really were concerned with last night. And we knew offensively if we did guard, we'd score points. So, to score in the 90s and hold people in the 40s, I complain about a lot of things with my players, but it's hard to complain about that. But it was a consistent effort. But it started with, Mike Holloway and Darian Anderson. Their numbers were extremely efficient. But then I was happy that our bench came into the game and just kind of continued it. There was no garbage time. It was good basketball throughout, and it was a game where we had to accomplish something, and we accomplished exactly what we set out to do. And it was just good to get number one. And we talk about appreciating winning regardless if we win in a drill in practice or if we win our highest GPA in our conference. We compete, and I think we competed for 40 minutes last night in a real strong fashion.
Hey, you touched on it a little bit there. It's obviously nice to see the starters, Mike Holloway and Darian Anderson, put up the numbers they did. Holloway, 25 points in 17 minutes, which is incredibly efficient. Yes. But how nice is it also to get those guys off the bench like Nadi Basiri and Caleb Bishop, the freshman, get those some crucial minutes in a spot where you get them some experience at an early part of the season?
We need those guys now. Generally, as you come in as a freshman, there's time, but the situation that we're in, we're down a few guys, so we need those players to go to the Bronx and be able to get a rebound and get a stick back or a defensive stop or a loose ball right away. There's no waiting right now. So, yeah, I think for everyone to get experience, there's no substitute for. And last night's experience was great. I think Seton Hall was tremendous. The Merrimack exhibition game was, and the Fairfield scrimmage. So we're keeping our stats with all of those games in hand, and it leads up to, so now that when you play Fordham, it's our third game, but it's really our sixth game. So we need to grow up quick here off the bench, and I was very, very, pleased with, I can't believe Nadi scored, I think he scored 13 points, and Caleb scored 12, and these guys are, they accrue numbers, that's for sure, but they are accruing, great experience, which is very much needed.
Yeah, Caleb showing some efficiency, 7 rebounds against Seton Hall in limited minutes, and yes. Nadi's 13 points in 10 minutes last night. Yes. So obviously last night, too, another big event, unveiling the NEC Championship Banner and the NCAA Tournament Appearance Banner. Starting your fourth season now early on, what does it mean now looking back? I mean, you got that conference title in your third season, and just the moment last night with everyone on hand in your own gym and unveiling it, just what that means to you and the players.
Number one, last night it was a family setting. It was just great with President Capuano and our new provost Vody, and then Joe Kiernan and Marion McClary, and then all of our fans and our alums. And we did it at halftime, which I think was terrific. Our student athletes have night classes, so it was a great night to celebrate. And our players deserve to be recognized in that fashion. But in totality, when I first came into this office, it was a brown, ugly rug and the walls, and now we have a trophy case and new furniture, and it just shows the commitment that our administration and our alums and our fans have given to me and to our program. But we were in a really bad spot here at Fairleigh Dickinson basketball-wise, and in less than 3 years to win a championship and to be really good academically and to have people donate and giving us the opportunity to advance our program in less than 3 years. I think last night that really hit me more than anything, that this thing happened a lot faster than we thought it would happen, but we still have a lot of room to improve. We need to get better, and that's what we do every day. So it was a really gratifying night, and the win on top of that. So it was a good night. It really was.
Yeah, so obviously now you look ahead to the weekend, 3 games in 3 days. How grueling is that for the team to go on the road and play those back to back to back like that?
We talked about it last night, and it's like AAU basketball, and all these guys played AAU basketball, and you would go to Vegas and play a tournament, and you would play 2 games on Thursday, and then Friday morning at 8 a.m. you would have to drive out to I don't know if it was Greenfield High School, and play another game, and that's what it is. And no one ever talked about, being tired when you're a young player playing AU basketball, but it's different, but it's the same. It's basketball, and St. Peter's and Lipscomb and Fordham and ourselves all will be playing 3 games. So it's equitable and it's fair. And if I was a player, instead of coming to practice, which we're about to do, I'd rather go play in a game. And I think our players feel that way. And we have a great opportunity. Like Fordham is hopefully turning into, we played them last year and we scrimmaged them the year before. That could turn into a little bit of a rivalry. St. Peter's obviously is a rivalry, and Lipscomb is a team I'm not sure if we've ever played them, and that's good to do as well. So, and it's easy for our fans to get over there to play, to come and watch us play in the Bronx and go, to Arthur Avenue and either spend a nice Friday or Saturday night or a Sunday afternoon there. And it's tremendous tradition that Fordham has, and it's exciting. So soon we'll have 5 games under our belt, and then we have some time off. But we're looking very much forward to the Johnny Bach Classic.
Yeah, how fun is this? So you get Walsh Gymnasium in the opener, and now you go to historic Rose Hill at Fordham for 3 games. Is it how much of an atmosphere, and how much of that do you impart on the younger players who may not know about the history of these venues that they get to play in?
Well, we talk about the history of the game more and more to our players, because I think we're losing our youth is just so consumed with now and the moment that Rose Hill had so many Digger Phelps and Tom Penders and Tommy Sullivan and a lot of really, really good coaches and great games. And I was an assistant at Holy Cross when Fordham was in the Patriot League. And, so I think we try to let our players know. But at the end of the day, our players have to play the game, and we have scouting reports and study halls and exams. So they're focused in what they have to do. But I think our fans, and we have some tremendous – I don't want to say older fans, but more mature fans that know that, Rose Hill is special, Walsh is special, and FDU Rutherford was special where Felician plays. So there's a lot of gems in this area, and we're well aware of the history, and we'd like to continue to make more history.
Great. So thanks for your time tonight, Coach. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Brian.
So the Knights will play 3 games up at Fordham in the Bronx. They'll start with the host Rams at 6 p.m. on Friday before taking on Lipscomb on Saturday at 5:30, and then they wrap up the weekend on Sunday against St. Peter's at 1 p.m. To follow all the Knights action and more information about the Knights men's basketball team, head to fduknights.com.